And getting ever clearer views of Starliner as it approaches. We see the lights on the vehicle. We're also seeing the outline no longer and seeing the conical shape of Starliner as it approaches. Starliner is currently 609 meters away from the International Space Station, moving at a relative speed of about 1/3 of a meter per second. Starliner maneuvering inside the approach ellipsoid, going through its carefully choreographed, carefully planned maneuvers, getting a little bit of sunlight now coming up, reflecting, giving that unique color to the Starliner spacecraft as it moves in.
It's looking good, Steve. That sunrise coming up as the station and Starliner, as you mentioned, which is now less than 600 meters away, are over the western border of Australia. They're coming up in an orbital sunrise as they cross over into the Pacific Ocean. We're now about 15 seconds from the first inbound fly-around maneuver. We may see some of the thruster firings, but it might be a little bit overexposed. We'll see. But targeting looks good. Now about 5 seconds from the ignition time of that burn.
Prop reports burning. Inbound fly-around 1 maneuver taking place. Rendezvous reports good burn. That went just as it was supposed to. Produced great video too.
That was spectacular. Yeah, we got to see the RCS thrusters that enable that burn. We got to see them firing just in the right amount of sun and the right amount of exposure of the cameras themselves to give us those spectacular views. But so far, the Rendezvous is reporting a good burn and a good trajectory so far. We'll continue to monitor as the first inbound fly-around maneuver. There's another one coming up here in about 20 minutes.
Those jets that were just firing there, those are the reaction control system jets. Starliner being close enough to the International Space Station now, it's making very small maneuvers. So that's why you saw the kind of that exhaust, those plumes coming from around the perimeter of the spacecraft. And we continue to see the spacecraft make its own adjustments. It is flying autonomously, no crew on board. But the crew that is on board the International Space Station will be treated to quite the view as this continues on. Reminder that Starliner is on pace for a first docking opportunity at 6:10 p.m. Central Time, 7:10 p.m. Eastern. Rendezvous reports were in good shape as far as the sensor readings and the information coming down from the spacecraft. That movement is, of course, because having kicked off that inbound fly-around maneuver, the spacecraft is, while pointing its nose, pointing its sensors at the space station, the spacecraft is maneuvering up.
No 2 hatches are closed. Copy, no 2 hatches closed.
as the Starliner flies just about 230 meters away from the station. Again, we just got past that first inbound fly-around maneuver. The voice you heard from the International Space Station, NASA astronaut Bob Hines confirming that the Node 2 forward hatch is closed. They opened it just to circulate some air in between the pressurized mating adapter and get some things situated. They'll open it up once again, probably not tonight, as their monitoring procedures take them through really late into the night Greenwich Mean Time. They will not open up the hatches to the Starliner once it docks until tomorrow morning, but they did get some of the activities situated in the pressurized mating adapter. So we'll see that hatch open again tomorrow and formally welcome Starliner to the station. Of course, many milestones to get to until we get to that moment. We're about 16 minutes from the second inbound fly-around maneuver.
For Jessica.
Rendezvous officer reports, of course we can see Starliner very good here from ISS, and rendezvous officer reports that Starliner sensors are picking up ever greater detail in the space station itself as Starliner looks on and makes its flight up into the eventual docking position.
Okay, I copy 4.0 CTB 5069 and PMM, and say again the location.
Yeah, it's PMM port 1.
Okay, copy PMM port 1.
And also, when you do the loading for item number 6.02, you can just anticipate 2 of 3 10.0 CTBs instead of 3 of 3.
Okay, copy 2 in step 6.02. I have a couple other questions for you if you've got time.
Go ahead.
Okay, in steps 4.04 and 5.04 and 6.04.
Let me get one CST call up, Jessica. Break for Chell. C2V2 data rate change in progress. Expect COM dropout in 5 minutes. 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay, and station copies.
All right, sorry about that, Jessica. Please continue.
Great, yeah, in steps 4.04, 5.04, and 6.04 mentions filling the CTBs with soft goods. Is there any any particular restrictions on what those soft goods are? Are these for return, presumably?
Checking. Station Houston on 24 Chell, you are go to perform step 2 in 1.102.
The step 2.